Evan down the stretch, specifically in that last possession of the game?
I mean, defensively, he was huge. He had a great block. He guarded, seemed like everybody out on the floor. And that's what it came down to. It was going to come down to the trenches. It was going to come down to who was going to be able to get a stop in the moment. And Evan was phenomenal defensively, containing the ball, challenging shots, forcing misses, and helping us rebound.
And without Jarrett, how much more important did that become?
I mean, we missed Jarrett a lot. We know, he had 18 and 20 rebounds last time we were here at home. We knew we were going to have to pick up the slack. How Jarrett anchors our defense. Evan was going to have to do the job tonight. And, again, I thought he was phenomenal.
Joe?
How nice is it to be able to go to Marcus Morris?
We kind of scoured the earth at that point of the season to see who was available. Marcus and I have had a relationship since his rookie year back in Houston, so we knew what he's capable of. And he's just a guy you trust, right? He's been through these battles before. He's tough as nails. He's not afraid of shit. He's got big courage. Like that shot he hit from the corner. A lot of guys wouldn't take that. They would have gone and tried to find something else. But he's been through it. There's not a lot he hasn't seen. So it was great for us to be able to go to him tonight.
When Max would go through streaks, the wrong side of him in Miami, Spo used to say that he's ignitable. He would just take one shot sometimes. Tonight he makes 4 threes. Was there anything different to his approach tonight that kind of led to his shooting?
Yeah, I think we all wanted to create more three-point shots. That was one of the things in conversation with him, trying to help us is how do we figure out a way to create more threes. And, I've watched him over the past couple of days, and he's been, focused, hyper-focused on everything we do. Like, how does that generate the high-quality shots that we're looking for? And he's been working at it, and he translated it to the game tonight.
Then my last one, Jarrett, the fact that he misses tonight with the rib injury, is it fair to say that he's up in the air for the rest of the series?
Honestly, can't give you that answer. Obviously we have to see how he is. I don't know if it's the whole series, if it's one, I don't know the answer to that question yet because it's a day-by-day type of thing.
Kenny?
JP, third quarter, last 2 games, outscored 72-26, right? Tonight you win the third quarter 27-23. What was said at halftime? Anything different? What was done to get the result that you got tonight?
It was an understanding of what we've been facing and how important that third quarter was going to be. We knew what happened in our losses, wasn't who we needed to be in order to get this game done tonight. And so the group, we discussed it, and they went out and executed it.
And as important as that was to get off to the good start that you got off to, which Darius led you there, just, he's been up and down in this series. How crucial was that to the end result?
I was so proud of Darius. The way he came out with the mindset, I'm going to be aggressive. I think it's 17 points in the first quarter. That sets the tone for us. And, when you're playing against Orlando as good as they are defensively, you're going to have to find a way to ignite and be aggressive and make them pay and take the shots that are there. And I thought, his way of leading us tonight was coming out extremely aggressive and confident. Again, understanding how important this game was to us.
Darryl?
Wanted to ask about Donovan. Everyone was holding their breath when he went down, but just the way he finished, not only got back up right away and kept going, but the way he finished that game.
That's what those guys do, right? When you are the Donovan Mitchells of the world, the big games and in the fourth quarter, is when you're supposed to make the plays and you're supposed to do the job. Again, he did it. I think he found ways. The 3-ball wasn't going for him, but he found ways to get to the free throw line. He got to the paint. I thought he did a great job of orchestrating not just his shots down the stretch, but helping other guys get involved as well because he trusts his teammates, and I think that's important.
And I wanted to ask about Max, too. Doesn't get a lot of headlines a lot, but just tonight it seemed he gave you sparks and spurts.
Yeah, Max is a winner. He plays the game purely to win the game. He plays it purely to compete at the highest level. And every single possession that he's on the floor, he's trying to win that possession. He's a selfless dude. You know, he wants his teammates to come with him. He's trying his best to make the right basketball play all the time because he knows that elevates his teammates. And again, we're fortunate to have him, especially in these moments.
Jason.
Ron seems to have given Evan a lot of problems in this series up until now. Why is that? What is it about his game that's... And then I know you talked about Evan earlier, but the final play, why was he able to win that one?
I think Franz is bigger than you think. You know what I mean? When you watch him and he's attacking, he's kind of got that offbeat, like change of direction footwork. And, for big guys, when you're sliding, you're used to or normally able to keep a guy going one way. But a guy who has that size and that type of footwork who can be shifty in the moment is just difficult to guard, and he's a good player. But I think, Evan read the play that time. And he anticipated, him trying to get to that left hand, studying, watching film, understanding personnel, and was able to come up with a great block on it.
Ethan.
Just thinking about the rebound battle today, especially without Jarrett. I mean, you guys had 4 and more on everybody in the starting lineup today. How important was it for everybody to step up in that regard tonight?
That's the only way we're going to get it done. If you're missing a guy who can go out and get you 20 rebounds, nobody's on their own is going to be able to pick up that slack. And again, it's one of the things that we talked about. Teams that win the rebounding battle give themselves a great opportunity to win the game. So we knew it was going to be all hands on deck, without Jarrett, and everybody did a great job chipping in.
Thinking about what George brings and what Marcus brings and the difference between the two and things like that, how important, I know you talked about your relationship with him, but just being able to step into the moment and you guys got him for this playoff experience, just knowing that you can go to him at any moment for Marcus.
That's, again, when you've been through the things that Marcus has been through, played with the teams that he's played with, been in the moments that he's been in, and just have the personality. He's not one of these dudes that just does all of this, right? There's a lot of guys in this league that just do a lot of this and aren't willing to back it up. Marcus, is willing to lay it on the line, and he has the courage, to fight through whatever it may be, take the shot, make the pass, box out, like whatever it is. He's not ducking the moment, and when he talks, it's not lip service. People listen, and he's got that reputation and respect around the league.
Jeff.
One more on Max Strus, if you can. He took that charge there when it seemed like Orlando was kind of making a push. Crowd goes crazy. What does that do for you guys?
It impacts winning and shows the sacrifice that a guy's willing to make in order to help his team win. He's not concerned about his body. He's not concerned about, looks, attempts, whatever it may be. Like, the only thing he's concerned about is winning and doing whatever it takes to win.
Michael.
When Darius comes out as aggressively as he did today in the first quarter, how much does that open up the rest of what you want to run offensively?
It just changes the game because of the gravity now he creates. Like, you're not going to guard him one-on-one anymore, right? You're going to put 2 guys on him. Sometimes that's going to trigger a third guy to be in the action. And now with the amount of offensive talent that we have out on the floor, we get the ball to those guys on the weak side. They're playing against closeouts, rotations, whatever it may be, and now we're able to generate great looks.
And just real quick, Tristan got legit minutes in the first half. What do you think of how he played today?
I thought he was great. I think he did a lot of the tough, dirty things. I think he impacts, some of the way that they play as well. When he brings that physicality and he's willing to hit people, put his body on people. The only way you stop him from getting offensive boards is if you foul him. And I just think that directly impacts the game in a mindset type of way.
That's going to wrap the coach.
Thank you.